Liquid content may cause y'all faggots' frames to burst. Same rhyme structure, flame your brain, I blame birth. The game switched her, made her retain a greater picture of lame dames that couldn't be felt with braille scripture. Even deaf kids are rocking earplugs. I'll rip you, then stick you with sticks I dipped in arsenic-filled jugs. Official, you bitches. I ignite under certain circumstances. Flip back and have your ass kicked by backup dancers. Cancer choker, the mad hat of the Jabberwocky of rap. Been hibernating, contemplating, now I'm finally back to throw chains, so hopscotch your ass back. While play close like a thong, hugging an ass crack. The verbs leave scab, riddled permanent scars. It's scratched deep like a cheap box of CDRs. Spread heat like I'm Gia's drawers, pleading a fourth in court like he's the boss. Then they'll carry you off. Fuck it, I'm more necessary than violence on the Amistad. Oh my God, she's wrong like eating bacon in Ramadan. I'll piss on your shoes and make you clean them with your mouth. Then I'll tell all your friends to send depends to your house. You must be crazy, but speed knots in your lady. File a DNA test so it's not your baby. Maybe we can be friends. Nah, just pretend. I slip razors in your charm bracelet, slit your skin, bitch. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Hold up, you fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Wait, nah. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Okay. Fuck you, fuck you, everybody. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Hold up, fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Wait, nah. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Okay. Fuck you, everybody. Super enhanced survival shooter with a crucial plan. Infatuated with music and loops, no scruples, man. Phraseologist, non-apologetic mutilator. Stays on a disc, defaming names so they can sue me later. Hater, yes. Decatur-esque ass, the fate opposer. Philanthropist, misanthropist, underground soldier. Banana clip, just start unloading in your supermarket. Screaming till your horse bleeding, finding out that you're the target. Monotony flow, contradictory word placing. Like bringing Satan to a baptism in a flooded base. After lunch, she ain't even punched in yet. You're a facsimile, I'm the original document. All shock and then lights out, drop them in. Selections of very buried and proper things. I'm married to rap like J-Lo to scandals. Light up a room like J-Ho's birthday candles. I'm that bright, like Stephen Hawking's computer chair. Asked out a teacher on a Sadie Hawkins stare. Parallax view, see the future in my sleep. I'll battle rap you until your gullet starts to leak. Gnash your teeth, smash you, then bind your feet. Thrash holes in your dome, snatch your soul and retreat. Mad Maxis, the pro so dope, it's fantastic. Now fold up your dough before you get your ass kicked. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck. Hold up.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Niggas pack a semi, speak dark, show you get paid. Rhyming about it is the sweet part. You can't be street smart with a cheap heart. 5'9", a street nigga with deep feeling. What? I keep illin', my steez willing to keep killing. What? Fuck rap, a lot of y'all all is just acts. Trust that, you rhyme all whack on rough tracks. Bust, and then we all black when you get bust back at. Fuck that, you get blasted at, you get laughed at, and I'ma spit thunder. What? Stick to my guns, niggas is finished before they gimmicks. One hit wonders, what? Big balls, that's why when I spit, your click stalls. I'm a pit bull, I'm just dog, I'm just raw. What? Split y'all, holler it's on, then I dish y'all. All of y'all niggas get pissed on, claiming you pissed off.
Y'all want drama, wanna make a scary movie. Rappers coming in with their team and carry toolies. You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me. We hard hitting, directing and starring in it. Y'all want drama, wanna make a scary movie. Rappers coming in with their team and carry toolies. You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me. We hard hitting, directing and starring in it.
The one man on the planet that'll drive off of the Grand Canyon, hop out of a Grand Dam and land in a handstanding. Any man planning a battle will get snatched out of his clothes so fast it'll look like an invisible man standing. I'm headed for hell,
Back as a little last years on my pillow had me working the block hard as a pillow pad, researching the block high off a nickel bag. Searched my room, found my chrome mini mag. Now we on one and want to get my pistol back. Guess he didn't figure I was the hate scene. Mama said I'm 18, so I gotta shake scene. So I move on my daydreams like the 18. More money, oh murder, oh not funny, no. Gotta have you, this world is so cold. I'm the young Mr. T with THC.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We here. Yes, indeed. We are live and welcome to AWF Chaos. My name is the Agent. They call me A. We're live from Omaha, Nebraska, where we are going to see Actionz wrestling action occur. Agent A is on the call because Agent K decided to take his work vacation the week we went to Nebraska. And you know what? I can agree. I should have did that. I should have left y'all with no one but pure chops, aura, and all that jazz to watch. But here I am doing my duties. You know what they say? Every day another day another dollar. Deuce heading to the ring in this #1 contendership matchup for the Triple Crown Championship. We just saw that championship defended by the unfiltered one, Panos K. AWF Love and War from Las Vegas. It was a grueling battle, and somehow, someway, the unfiltered one found himself atop that ladder, gaining the gold. The diamond, I should say. It's not gold, it's a goddamn diamond-plated belt that he has. Nevertheless, the Triple Crown Championship, the AWF Intercontinental, the two hardcore belts for AWF and TIF in one belt, and he holds it. These four competitors competing to get it. And Sorcerer, he's hungry. Why wouldn't he be? He's competed for the Intercontinental Championship before against the man in the ring. He is a former member of Ruination, the group that laid assault to the AWF last year, disbanded at the final countdown at the hands of Blitz. But, you know, Sorcerer is also a former student of Mo Game. He knows his way in the four post. He is a technical mastermind, believe it or not. He respects the lockup. He respects the little thing in sports that people might not like. You see him decked out in New York Yankee gear. I was having a conversation with him today. The only thing wrong with Sorcerer's Day was that he could not watch New York Yankee baseball. It wasn't televised. It's still spring training time, and so he comes out with a smile. If it's up to Sorcerer, if you ask Sorcerer, this match is already won. Now, how it gets won is how we're going to see right now, folks. But for my money's worth, Sorcerer is one of the best athletes we have in there, and he is maybe just a bit too humble. He's kind. He's a jokester. He's he's a guy that people can talk to. And usually those guys, you know, sometimes they aren't always champions. Let's say that. Here's a guy I doubt's gonna be champion, or I don't doubt it, but I doubt the practicality and or the actuality of this being the Goulash we know and love. He's coming out here in that green, interesting gear and such. But you know, the actual Goulash has been walking around in pink lately. So again, and the actual Goulash doesn't have dreads. Actual Goulash doesn't have dreads. So, that's something to implore. Here, Goulash getting ready to compete amongst the 4 competitors. The third one out here, and the next one is anything but friendly. The next one is like calling Godzilla in a man's body. From New York City, weighing in at 290 pounds, he comes from Harlem. Here is the Don Vincenzo to the ring. And so the Don stands in at an imposing 6'7". He has been a staple in the AWF ever since its early days, its first summer. When you saw him, he was introduced as the Don, a mob figure that was to be feared, a leader. No matter what you might say, for the love of God, it feels good to see Vinny come out here and not have the diva-like chatter of my cohort partner called Agent K in my goddamn ear. Vincenzo is an honorable man. Vincenzo is one of the best competitors in the AWF. He's a 2-time AWF World Champion and looking to add to his resume of gold. The Triple Crown title is illustrious. He has held the Intercontinental Championship before, but only for a brief amount of time before CM Loaf, stripped that away from him. Here we are, Omaha, Nebraska. It's AWF Chaos. We're live. It's for the Triple Crown titles contention. Winner of this match will have a date with Panos K, the unfiltered one. Bell is about to sound in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. And we're going to see Goulash get whipped into the corner. I'm still indifferent if that's the actual Goulash or not, but if it, what is known is that's a big son of a bitch. And Sorcerer gets clotheslined out of the ring. Quickly, Goulash getting rid. Oh, look at that! Flipped out of the back suplex, and there goes a springboard clothesline off the ropes. Deuce feeling himself, and Vinny's gonna separate. Vinny and Sorcerer's Tussler are tussling in front of me and the translators. That is oh man, I don't know what the hell that was. Sorcerer, a nice suplex, and Vinny just starts dancing around. And here, that's a right hand, and then Deuce with a German suplex he receives at the hands of Goulash. Slow lifted up power bombed. Several elbows there. And damn, Sorcerer gets thrown aside. There's a left kick right there. Tossed aside again. And now dumped against the barricade is Deuce. It is Vinny. Goulash, the taller competitor of the two, going at him, and clearly must be the stronger. And here comes now Vincenzo going after Sorcerer. Wrap Sorcerer. Oh no, Mike! Oh, almost had a back suplex, but Sorcerer escaped trouble. Throws Vinny back into the ring. Here's Goulash. He receives a hell of a suplex. His legs hit the apron. And now at the top, turnbuckle. Right hand, left hand, right hand. Wrapped up. Sent off the ropes, and an elbow. Goulash and Sorcerer are fighting on that ringside area. Sorcerer not having trouble lifting up the tall competitor. He is being deadlifted, and down he goes. Sorcerer, this all is for the Triple Crown title. If I'm PK, I'm clutching that championship, that diamond championship, like it's the most valuable thing on the planet. It probably is to him, because we're seeing 4 very hungry competitors right now. 2 of them tower, 3 of them actually, tower over him. Sorcerer, can't forget, also is a taller, individual. Nice arm drag from Goulash. Is a D1 recruit for baseball, Sorcerer was, and then became, decided to do some wrestling. Is the figure for it, and he is going after Vinny right now, but Deuce is going to catch him with a drop kick. Vinny out the ring. He sets up the plunder within the ring. Live on Chaos right now. Sorcerer thrown aside. Not going to be. Into the ring goes Goulash. Vinny tried to throw that ladder off of Goulash. Doesn't work out. He gets him down. That's a drop kick to Vincenzo. Sorcerer is thwarted. Goulash holds him up. Oh, and that's Deuce with a float over kick. And the right hand of Deuce. Goulash. Vincenzo, the Don. Nice suplex. Nice fisherman bust right there. Deuce sent off the ropes. He is flying. Look at Sorcerer with the Hurricane Rana in control, and then a clothesline. Goulash is thrown against the table by Vinny. That's a floater of a neck breaker from Sorcerer. Sorcerer again has competed for the Intercontinental Championship before. He has not held gold in the AW just yet. But you can only imagine it's one of those impending things. Every one of the members in this ring, if Goulash is actually Goulash, has held gold. But again, the actual Goulash, folks, doesn't have dreads. And is not walking around in green. What a Hadouken! Sorcerer taking down Goulash. And Deuce disrupts the pin cover. Vincenzo was against the ropes. That was the chance for Sorcerer. Instead, he's out the ring. And Deuce now is in hot pursuit. Vincenzo is after both of them. Vinny kicked to Deuce. And they're on the ladder right now. Deuce has to watch out. Oh, a German suplex. His damn head hit the sharp part of the barricade. More German suplex. And that one was on the freaking ladder. Carnage on Chaos. You are seeing why we are called Chaos. Sorcerer. Goulash with an evasion. Not for long, as more. That's 6 suplexes. 6 German suplexes. Some of those on the ladder received to Deuce. Vincenzo, not done yet. He slugs some mean boxing hooks to the chest. Take it to the body. And now Goulash flips over, hooks the leg. Down, cover, Vinny into the ring. 1. And a double axe handle. Sorcerer kicked out as is. And Vincenzo wrapped over, float over into the air raid crash neck breaker. See why they call it an air raid? You take your opponent right into the air, and Deuce taking down Goulash. Steel chair shot to the arm of the big green monster, and Vinny just trucks Sorcerer into the corner, disrespectfully so. Here is Deuce, running knee, pops him. Vincenzo, these men are all going for broke. Here, Vinny. He just completely tanked a stop sign, follows through with the suplex from the middle rope. Deuce! Catches Vinny! And with an F125! What a moment! Goulash! Spear! To Sorcerer! All over! It sounds like the Drowning Pool song! Rolling knee bar! Rolling knee bar! Oh no! Goulash! Sorcerer stops it! Sorcerer stopped it! Sorcerer stopped it! But the ref calls the tap! The match should still be going on! Deuce is the #1 contender for the Triple Crown title! Oh my goodness! Do we have an officiating problem in this damn company? What was that? What was that exactly? That was a sickening screw job of sorts. And up here now, we got more AWF Chaos on up next. It is Angela versus Eve for the women's Renegade Championship. And yeah, don't go away. This is got ample on this damn card. And if you are listening to my voice, please tune into the MLA World Series. Houston Astros, Atlanta Braves. I'm sure that's gonna be a fun one. Omaha, Nebraska, live from a place that sounds like it's Texas. I promise it's not, guys. This is not Texas. This is not your auntie's sunny beach. This is a desert. And here comes the Black Siren. Now, for a long time, I had a crush on this woman. And, you know, I'm still can't admit to say I do. But, you know, I'm not the only one that can say it. And the Siren herself, the only reason I keep my distance from this lady is because when she looks at someone, she has a way. You know, she sent one of our broadcast partners, Agent Y, to PTSD with a look. I mean, he had like a fucking 8-minute segment just because this lady looked at him. The man couldn't handle the woman looking at him. He got 8 minutes of TV time about how it gave him PTSD. Hey, I mean, Agent K, Kenneth Killgore sometimes put anyone on goddamn film. Nevertheless, here is Eve, and she has her two new, I wouldn't say lap dogs. I haven't seen them on leashes just yet. But Pepe and Lamb have been following around the Black Siren, or the Black Siren has been following them around, giving them advice and trying to help steer them the right way in matches. Believe it or not, the Black Siren herself has never held a championship. She is in the history books as a former Divas champion, but has never held the title herself. She has always just been around. Lots and lots of gold. You know, I don't know if she was a good luck charm, a bad luck charm. You can call it whatever you want. It quite frankly does not matter. I'm interested to see if we're gonna see Goulash with Angela. As here she comes. Here she comes. There it is. That's the real guy. That's the real Goulash. There he is to the ring right now. Angela, along as well with that long extendo pole. That is not a pole. That is a metal rod. I mean, it's a pole, yeah, but I mean, it's not the kind you'd want to see. Angela with the Women's Renegade Championship, and the damn belt was already pink before she won it. I mean, can you talk about a belt that fits her? It's the word renegade. It's meant as an outcast, someone who a lot of folks might not like. They might not like their ways, but they get the job done and are often respected in their field. Angela, a 3-time women's world champion. I mean, the woman can do it all in that ring, and now she's a 1-time Renegade champion as well. So, with the women's Renegade title in hand, she defends it for the first time up against Eve, who is as hungry as a family on Thanksgiving. Both these ladies, coming from the Bronx, New York, have traveled around the world elsewhere since, but they do stem from the same tree, the same pond, New York City. And you know, if you know anything about New York City, the bright lights sometimes can get to people. But as long as I followed these two women's career, the lights have never gotten to them. So this is a matchup I'm very excited for, as Eve and Angela get ready to tussle up one-on-one here live on AWF Chaos. Live from Omaha, Texas. This is not Texas, it's Nebraska. Bell sounds! Here we go. Eve runs at Angela, but that's a flapjack immediately. then an STF to follow suit. Angela, it's clear and easy to say Angela has the strength advantage. With Eve, she is like a switchblade in wrestling. She once upon a time was just very raw in the ring. You couldn't pinpoint something she did good. Now you can say, oh, she is maybe not a master, but I would call her a true general in the ring. She can do anything. She knows how to fly. She knows how to target limbs. And the thing about Eve is, most other girls, they go in knowing this is pro wrestling. They go in changing their strategy, saying this is pro. I have to adapt, have to do things a slight different way as a power slam sits down the Black Siren for a temporary time. Eve, it's just a matter of, damn, she's good at it. Oh man, tried something there. Angela, these two at a standstill. A lockup, float, moving, down on her face. A championship is on the line. A plate of gold is on the line as a leg drop fits the chest of Eve. And then a stomp, a stiff stomp. Float, nice, right there. Then a kick. Rolls over. Angela catches a back suplex from Eve. Black Siren back into control of this matchup. And stomps, not even the stomps, she did stomp on it. She's held down on the hand of Angela as Angela rolls out the way, went for a cutter, call that an RKO around these parts, but that's not going to happen. Instead, Eve gets caught, jawbreaker, down she goes to the mat, out of the ring to reset, back in. Peppy and Lamb not having gotten into this match, neither has Goulash. They're letting the ladies go at it, and I was going to say I respect the gentleman for that, but I don't, I respect the one gentleman, the lady, and the, Goulash is certainly not a man. It's not a man. That's some other third thing. That's some other fourth thing, maybe. That's a giant. That's not human. That's Angela lifting Eve up with a power bomb. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, and not the 3 to be. No, oh no, they ain't scared to hustle. Oh, this is right there, right hand, right there, Angela. Women's Renegade title on the line, and Angela is gonna get sent off the ropes. Oh, a big boot swiftly misses. Could have been lights out trouble. A chop across the chest. Right hand, Angela. These two are gonna start following it up with rights, lefts, chops of foot in Omaha. These people, you would think that the desert doesn't get down like this. They are rowdy and they are ballistic for these two women. Angela stiffs it up high on the sky with a power bomb right there, down, and this could be the win. Cover, 1, 2, 3. No. We got the dos. We didn't get the tres. Tres leches. What does that mean? I have to Google that as now. I'm sorry, I'm a bit fired up. Might have something in my flask or two. As Angela picks up Eve, the siren knew she was in death's grips and she escapes trouble. She gets walked over to the side right now. Live on Chaos. No, not going. Oh! Forbidden Fruit! Wrap it up, it's over! What? Never mind. It's horribly not over. It is still ongoing, still continuing. But Angela now, that's a snipe, and it rolls over right there. Dragon Screw, the Renegade champion, back to her feet with rights to the mush and face. Continues to follow them up. Not a combo, but 5 straight hits. And Eve finally gets some footing back into this. Against the ropes. And the siren, more confidence about it now. No, never mind. That's a clothesline. Thought she was going for some forbidden fruit. No, it's just extra. Read all about it. Down goes Angela. And now Eve picks up Angela. Oh my God! the valley of the shadow of death on the ringside area and the chop. Angela's back up with a leg drop. A hard-hitting matchup. Me to remind everyone at home, this is for a Renegade Championship. That's another Angela power bomb. I have seen that with these two eyes in matches before. Angela was aiming Eve toward that ramp, but the Siren is able to make sure that isn't her future. Now, try to drop with the legs, moves out the way. These ladies are frying it up. They're cooking it up. They are baking some of the best things we've seen. They're pure wrestling. They are tearing the house down. It is a Michael Bay car crash. And I am on the edge of my seat wondering who is going to come out on top. Eve picked back up after gets her face ran off the apron. Hardest part of the ring. And Eve now getting choked out after the shot to the head on the apron. Angela out the way, right hand. Missed. Well, no, didn't miss, but it did get ducked out the way, and that's a guillotine! Guillotine for the title! Black Siren trying to choke out Angela. And word to word life. There is more life in Angela. She's back to her feet, right hand again to the face of Eve. Ruining any pretty mug they might have. And back and forth. Oh my goodness. You were hard pressed to... I would not bet on this match. If you have bet on this match, I wonder how your heart is sitting right now. Because Angela and Eve, no favorite in this contest, with haymaker after haymaker, and they are trading him right now in the center of the ring. And Pepe looking like he can't believe the pain. That's a clothesline. Angela now getting the momentum with Eve. Another one, 3 straight clotheslines to sit down Angela into the corner. Elbow to the face. Here comes another signature powerbomb. Stiff. Down is Angela. Or down is Eve. Picked up by Angela. Into the corner. Right hand. How in the hell almighty did she just do that? Pops to the right hand. Another one. And a third. That's a drop kick. Then another. Angela off the ropes. Crossbody. Can she do it? Can she claim the Women's Renegade Championship back into her grasp? No. Eve went for an RKO. It's stopped. And good night, Eve. Welcome to prime time. Stiffs it. Angela stomped to Eve and picks her back up, trying to get the tap out on Eve. That's an abdominal stretch. An abdominal stretch. The Black Siren. Is she gonna tap? No. The Siren was really... But no. The Siren is able to get her strength back. Angela. Right hand. Roll up. Roll up. Roll up. 1, 2. With a schoolboy pin. Angela just won the title back. What a match. Oh, delirious action. I agree, Angela. God almighty, that was awesome. My heart jumped left, right, front, center, and we have more coming up next. AWF Tag Team action here on AWF Chaos. What a match. to celebrate with the championship. Goulash. We have more up next, ladies and gentlemen, on AWF Chaos. It's Actionz Entertainment. And now, tag team action, #1 tag title contenders here on Chaos. CJ Speed is one of the competitors, and here now walking out with who? We have 2 teams. And here comes, excuse me, CJ Speed and Goulash. Now Goulash we saw earlier. This is the second time we've seen this Goulash. Wow. Wow almighty. CJ Speed walking to the ring with an intimidatingly imposing force for a tag title match, for a tag contention match. Now the only thing here that is curious is that Goulash is already this Goulash has already wrestled tonight, and you can't tell me any different now, folks. This only proves it. I mean, for the love of goodness, you can't change hair like that. Goulash, his hair. I know that the other one, that hair is real. That hair that I see right there, that hair looks real. That doesn't look like a wig. That doesn't look like a wig. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But there's some shady stuff going on, and I don't like it. CJ Speed raising the lights up. This is a tag title contender matchup. I do not wonder who is out and up out next to face these two. PK, the unfiltered one, who is at this point a quadruple champion, and Ricky G, winning their first bits of gold, defending it for the first time. So this is a huge scenario, huge matchup. You don't know right here, who they could be facing. 52 cars, what about? I'm through throwing. What is this now? Who are these folks? And it's Cameron O'Neal! Cameron O'Neal, Artichoke, and Mary Mathers. And they call themselves the Grand Slams. The other two, they just a little bit, are ragtag. These two are coordinated. These 3 are coordinated. Heading to the ring, Artichoke, we last saw him way a ways back at the Renegade Rumble. We haven't seen much of him. We've seen him, on the backstage ringside area. Same with Mary Mathers, Cameron O'Neal, another one of those former Ruination guys, and heading to the ring to contend for the tag titles. If I'm Ricky and PK, man, I would be terrified. And Mary Mathers seems to be giving these two the good coaching. She's in a good mood, a good stride. If you know anything about Mary Mathers, she never lets anything ruin her damn mood. She will be the light of the sun on a rainy day before she lets the forces at B see what has moved, see what, if anything, moved her in any emotion. Cold, I wouldn't call her cold, compassionately cold. I don't know if that could be a thing or not. You better hope you're not her enemy. But you see that these 3 look like they're having too much fun to me. CJ and Goulash look like business. Again, Goulash has already competed today. He's already taken some hard hits. So, we'll see how he's able to fare up in this matchup. You are witnessing AWF Chaos live, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron O'Neal, Artichoke versus Goulash and CJ Speed to face PK and Ricky G for the Actionz World Tag Titles. Bell sounds. Here we go. And here, that's a kitchen sink already out the gates. Cameron O'Neal, he is as giant as it gets. He has been with Actionz Entertainment since 2020. That's nearing 6 years with this company now. And he has always been a freak level of an athlete. Trust me, the guy. If you were against him, it is always going to be a hard knock challenge, and you see it right now. Float, he isn't just brute force, he has some technical game to him, but if you were him, why wouldn't you rely on the brute force as he is right now? His fist, his arms look like bloody bulldozers, his chest looks like a fucking rock. It looks like Colorado. Goodness gracious. And Goulash knocks a right hook off his face. Then another one from Cameron O'Neal. A stiff elbow. Tag title contention. And up next after this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, you will see Mamba Ant and CM Loaf in one-on-one battle for the Renegade Championship contention. And then after that, Kenneth Killgore is defending his Renegade Championship against someone we don't know who just yet, as Goulash separates and cuts the ring. Great tag team action. Flying now, that's a right hand. Goulash, swing from Cameron O'Neal, a miss. Close. Spear takes down here now for the cover. 1, 2, and no, not to be 3. Just a bit too far right now. Goulash back up and trying to do some more damage. And then it's Goulash is going for something, and now he's getting a talking to from Mary Mathers. Now, again, the real Goulash can't talk. He can't talk. That one looked a little verbal on that one. I don't know. As Artichoke now, he's from the middle rope. Big men shouldn't be able to do that, but just like in the NBA and professional wrestling, we're watching big men do things that simply transcend humanity. As Artichoke would have, a DDT after the taking care of CJ Speed. And you know, double leg, nice taking care of Goulash right now. CJ Speed's out of the ring, and that means these two tag competitors can do almost anything. But I say almost anything as Goulash takes care of. Oh wow! Okay, Cameron O'Neal gets flung into the ring. Cameron O'Neal flung into the ring by the Big Green Monster, and Mary Mathers inserting herself into a match she doesn't belong in. It doesn't say Mary Mathers on this card. It doesn't say Mary Mathers, and there a bash to the back of Goulash, and that is going to get Mary tossed out of this fucking match. And there, that's going to get grabbed up right there. Out of the ring goes Cameron O'Neal. Here, with several hooks, hooks, shots and elbows right there. Nice arm drag. Big uppercut. Down goes CJ Speed. Now back up goes Cameron, goes Artichoke. Here with a Russian leg sweep. Artichoke is taking care of Goulash. CJ Speed, air raid crash bomb on to the ringside area. Barely any padding separating concrete and padding. That's up high. That's a power slam to Goulash. Speed took all of that. He's still back on the apron somehow, some way. That is a talented young man right there as Goulash kicks out and Artichoke tried to take Speed back off the apron. These two locking horns. Speed, like the NSYNC song, there he goes, fades away, and that's going to be a teardrop suplex. That's one of them from Goulash. Here now follows it up and through with another one. That's a second. And another one. And Artichoke, though, swings right to his feet into the corner. Right hand, a left hook from Artichoke into the corner now. And back and forth attack. And oh man, Goulash went for something there, but he gets a nice uppercut. The hands of Artichoke. They run right into each other. These two hoss. Spear from Goulash. And now that's a cover. Down and no! ROC. And that's, oh man. And against into the corner. And several shots right now. And a tag made to Cameron O'Neal. Off the rope. And down. They both go with a shoulder block. Off the ropes. Oh, no, they're not done. They weren't done. Wow. These two back to their feet. Try the neck breaker. Not to be. But like saying, these two are just cooking it up right now in that ring. They're trying to beat the hell out of Goulash. Thrashing him right now. And here. And down he goes. Nice suplex. Nice knee to the face of Cameron O'Neal. And here comes some pain. Goulash back up to his feet. Cameron O'Neal. Oh! Goulash caught him! Goulash caught him! Lights out! Could be over. Thank you for coming in. No. Artichoke into the ring, though, to stop all of that. No. Come on. Stop it. Artichoke. Right hand to the referee. Down goes the ref with a shoulder block as Artichoke looks to continue an attack on Goulash. Come on now. These two took out the referee, and now it's a 1-on-2 competition. CJ Speed watching on. Man, damn it, get in there, man. The ref is fucking out. Why are you still don't want to abide by the rules? And Speed gets an equalizer. He gets a steel chair into the ring. Oh, well, I said don't abide by the rules, but sometimes you still gotta finish it. O'Neal disarms him. The ref is back up. And catches CJ Speed lashing on O'Neal and Artichoke. They just became the #1 contenders. Oh, come on. CJ Speed, you lie, you cheat, you steal. And Cameron O'Neal cheats more than any whore from Kansas City. And Goulash, and that motherfucker, the other one too. Now that we're at an Artichoke, Lord have mercy. They've never been loyal. More up next. CM Loaf versus the Ace, Mamba Ant. The People's Champion versus the Ace here on AWF Chaos on Actionz Entertainment. Only could have happened here, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy. The things I sit through for this programming. It's like washing the housewives of Atlanta with hands. Here comes out one of New York City's best. And Lord have mercy, it is the People's Champion, CM Loaf, and the production folks doing a sourly job not playing his freaking music. I do think, Loaf, you should take it up with whoever. That's real funny. It's real funny. I am getting a text from production that they just said Loaf's music wasn't downloaded, as if we don't have Spotify. I don't know what that means, folks. I have no idea what that means. As he storms to the ring, it's too late now to even start playing some music. As he stands in there and he gets ready to compete for the Renegade Championship, he and Mamba Ant are tussling it up yet again on this company's program in the big 2026. I have to remember, it's not 2-5. The days, they go by fast, I know. But the Bread Killers are facing off. It's 1-on-1, and it's right now. Here he comes. Mr. Mamba Ant. He is hustling to that ring, is he not, ladies and gentlemen? Last time these two faced was a while ago in the Elimination Chamber probably some house shows and such, but I gotta do my research on that. All I know is these two, for the first time in about 5 months, are facing each other one-on-one. And they are gonna face Kenneth Killgore next week. That is what the winner will do. And Ant standing in, getting ready. You know, these two have had a rivalry that has dated back since the beginning of the company. To say it's as old as time is cliche, but this is truly as old as time. As here we go now. And now Ant flies with a punch. And off the referee he goes. Ant, down goes Loaf. Now these two, several world championships between them. 10 world championships from Ant, I believe 4 to 5 for CM Loaf. I'll have to double check. But the reign of terror of both of these two gentlemen has existed. As right now it's simply Ant out of the gate with German suplexes that are just flushing him. Suplex after suplex. And CM Loaf has no response. But finally he does. As he gets against the ropes, Loaf sends Ant flying. Nope, middle rope here. Oh, nope. And Hurricane Rana. Back to his feet he goes, quickly so, but Loaf now has a chance. Out of the way, Ant. Hoist him up. That's over the shoulders. That's an attitude adjustment. Cover. 1, 2. No, that's just 1. CM Loaf, an Iron Man. I don't believe he's ever wrestled a high-profile Iron Man matchup, surprisingly so. CM Loaf now, that's Ant flying with an arm drag. A blistering, beautiful arm drag. And now, my goodness, Ant missing horribly. As there he goes. Down goes Loaf with the Uranagi. Ant picked right back up to his feet and tossed. No, Ant gets a nice elbow to CM Loaf. These two. A lockup. Ant floats, wraps around. That's a butterfly suplex. Just smashing right onto the mat. Flat. High. And now the ace. And continue it. And the ace is getting his damn calf killed right now. That's what he did. And that is a tap out. And is down and out. And here. Oh, ringside area. Elbow drop. Into his feet. Low throwing and back into the ring. Top turnbuckle. CM Loaf, people's champ. Oh, a shooting star press! Out of nowhere! That is why he's the people's champion. Even when he was at his worst, he puts on shows! Spirit of vengeance! Does he have a date with Killgore? 1, 2, no! OC running this rap shit. Here now. CM Loaf. And Loaf. That's his head. Oh, nice running knee. And a clothesline. Jumping in. A standing shooting star press. For a standing moonsault from CM Loaf here. And in trouble. That's another spirit of vengeance. Cover. Wrap it up. It could be over. 1. No, not to be. And rolls out the way. In harm's way he is. And now. Springboard. Nice drop kick. Flush right there. CM Loaf Another one of these butterfly suplexes. No, an arm drag! What a counter! You are watching the best in the AWF. Two of the best go at it. And Loaf just ran a freaking drop kick off of Loaf and then a nice float over right there with the suplex. Kick. Remember, folks, Kenneth Killgore does defend the Renegade Championship in the main event against who knows? Oh, no! And the ace, Mamba Ant. Now he is on the ground getting an armbar from CM Loaf. Ant could tap out and wouldn't be the craziest thing we've seen today. As now, Ant slowly, we've seen earlier today, we saw Sorcerer tap out. We saw Goulash tap out. There's a right hand. That wasn't the real fucking Goulash, man. Right hand. And has him. Destiny! No! Uno! Dos! No! Signs of kill Mamba Ant you see from the crowd. CM Loaf and Ant are engaged in war while Ant, he goes running, flying off the middle rope. Turns the jets on off the ropes, flies, miss, scoop, and an arm. Nice Kimura lock. Chop. Back and forth off the ropes. And spear! Oh my god! Oh my god! A spirit of vengeance from Ant! One! That came out of nowhere! Instead, now he floats for the neck breaker. Using his body to collapse all over CM Loaf with rights. And now popping him. CM Loaf and Mamba Ant. One-on-one battle. And it has been real good on AWF Chaos, the 115th episode of this programming, and it has been a tussle. Damn almighty. Nice kick from Ant. Loaf. RKO. Then stomps. Several stomps. More stomps to the People's Champion. This Ant, no bounds. He picks CM Loaf up. He is already bleeding all over. He walks him down. Styles Clash. Floats cover. 1, 2. Loaf is out alive. These gentlemen, next week, they face Kenneth Killgore for the Renegade Championship. God almighty. And these guys are fighting it out. They have tussled it up one-on-one more than I can count in this company. But it's like every time they get better and better and better. Hurricane run after a baseball slide to first. Then a club to the back of CM Loaf. Right there, nice right hand. Off the ropes. And down he goes again. This time CM Loaf gets what he was looking for with those shoulder blocks. They seen the comeback with a 1-0. He's used that comeback a few times. Kind of in a mocking sense, of course, but still, he's always been very loud about not liking Anthony Felix. Right there. CM Loaf gets a kick. Off the ropes goes Ant. That's a Spirit of Vengeance, missing horribly. And then Ant gets a knife, scrapes his face right there, and then a Destiny! No, what a way to recover! Loaf! Come on, champ. Come on, People's Champ. Find your element. Fight back. Ant with a right hand. Loaf. Look at him. He looks like he's out of a scary movie. You could jump right out of the screen and barely move him. Mamba Ant, the ace, stands tall, hard-hitting, directed and starring in it. Welcome to High Time. 1, 2, Loaf! The People's Champion! What a kick out! Ant is stunned. He runs off the ropes. Forbidden through. Cover. Oh no, he doesn't cover him. He doesn't cover him. Ant picks up Loaf. And now has him over the shoulders. Out of the ring he goes. High up in the sky. Mamba Ant. Crutch stop on the top rope. Misses. Went for a curb stop. Mandible claw. CM Loaf and Mamba Ant tearing it down in Omaha. And Loaf could have a date with destiny. The Renegade Championship could be back in his grasp. Cover after the elbow, dropping mandible. 1, 2, and good. No, what the hell? No, he's back up. Ant going for Loaf. The lockup. Off the ropes, runs at it. Knee missed. The kick missed. And Loaf has him right square in harm's. Spirit of Vengeance! Off again now. Power slam. Cover for the contention. No! Oh man, it's getting into deep waters. And CM Loaf might start getting worried as Ant keeps kicking out. They both keep kicking out. Both of them could get worried because what more do you need to do? You've gone to the distance. Loaf again. There's one shoulder block. There is a Spirit of Vengeance! And it evades trouble for now. Loaf! Oh, he got too exuberant. Too exuberant. Too exuberant. He crash landed. From the top turnbuckle. Double axe handle. And nice whip. Teardrop suplex. Mamba Ant high. Has Loaf over the shoulders. And you can check and call that, ladies and gentlemen, that's an F5 off the frickin' off the ring post. Loaf still over the shoulders. Attitude adjustment. Ant kips up to his feet. AWF Chaos. It could be winding down as CM Loaf continues to be in harm's way. But he gets out of it for now. Mamba Ant taken up and back into the ring. Ant to his feet. And no, excuse me, wrap around. Welcome to High Time and Cover. 1, 2, and 3. And oh no. Ant is your #1 contender for the Renegade Championship. What a shame. What a match. All of it. That was great up until that. That was awful. And ladies and gentlemen, we have more AWF Chaos up next as Mamba Ant again. Renegade Champs #1 contender. Feel how you feel about it. I know how I feel. It is unfortunate. Whoa! Blitz is here! Blitz is here! Blitz is here! And laying belt to ass! Mamba Ant becoming the #1 contender for the Renegade title! And Blitz immediately reminding us Ant has debts to pay! Oh my god! He just flew. moves away from that. What a turn of events. The shovel being met with Mamba Ant. Several shots now. And now Blitz, and also taking it out on the referee. I thought he was getting it out, getting the ref out of harm's way, but he is actively beating on the referee. My goodness. My almighty. And up, now, down, that's going to be a pile driver. A tombstone pile driver. Blitz after Mamba Ant becomes the contender for Kenneth Killgore's Renegade Championship. Is getting walked around, and he is going to get pile driven on the shovel. This is us. Come on, man. And he continues to use the shovel as a weapon. Another one now. And slowly back up. Ant right hands. Blitz. Left, right. Oh, man. High over. And a neck crank to Mamba Ant as the slaughter continues here in front of all these Nebraska citizens. The Gladiator Blitz in complete control of this brawl. Coming from the crowd with a shovel. He gets a table. And it simply does not look like it can end pretty. Ant is getting back up right to meet a flaming table! Blitz against the table goes Ant, burning. The block is hot, and so is Ant's face as he goes fire first. Embraced by all of the fans. Oh, no, an Ant to his feet. Ant to his feet. A chopping Blitz. Pop up fastball punch. Blitz clothesline, a lariat. Forget a clothesline, that was a damn lariat. Straight. And now, one steel chair shot. There it is now. That's going to be a pile driver to Ant on his steel. Ant is down and out as the Gladiator leaves the scene. Pile driving Mamba Ant, and damn almighty doing it with emphasis on a steel chair. And wait, and a backstage, damn it, I'm proved right. 2 Goulashes. And they're fighting each other right now. My goodness. And Goulash, which one is which? Alright, I'm gonna assume that alright, there it is. Goulash doesn't have dreads. He's in pink. The real one is in pink, not green. The imposter's in the iconic green. It's been looking like a spirit Halloween costume since I first laid eyes on the damn thing, and people called me crazy. Come on now. And now, floats over right there. Goulash and Goulash tussling it up here on Chaos. It is an asteretic. It's insane to watch. What the hell? Oh, come on. No. Oh, man. And Goulash, the fake one with the guillotine on the real one. And the real Goulash, the Goulash in pink just tapped. Now, of course, Goulash's normal colors is the green you see lifting them up right now. And it's a lot. Oh! I was going to say it's a lot to keep track of. But I do think, guys, point proven, the real one is the one that can do things like that. I have yet to see the new one do that. Oh my! Oh, the real Goulash on an attack right now as he slams the door right into his hand. And I heard screams of a man as here Goulash goes choke slamming him on concrete. We have a main event coming up next, a mystery opponent for our Renegade champion, and we're watching these two fight it out on the backstage area. I mean, come on now, come on now. Goulash picks up Goulash. Oh no, and then Pink Lash gets thrown back in. Dread Lash is going to start to try and lock up this ambulance. What the hell do you have in plan with the ambulance? Slamming the door closed. Goulash could become a memory of past. This just looks so... How do you describe this? If I were to... How do I? I mean, I'm watching two zombies fight each other. If the guy on the right is even a zombie, that might just be a tall human. Goulash thrown against the ambulance, still clinging for dear life. That's a right hand. A left hand. A right, left. A right. A left. A left. And then another left. Could this be it? No, it's not just yet. Yo, come on, stop it. Stop it. Pink Goulash goes to the top of the ambulance, and the green one is in hot pursuit. Those two, if you see Pink Goulash's head, he is literally nearly as tall as the ceiling, and he is going to get hoisted up high in the sky. Air raid crash, neck breaker on top of the ambulance. How in hell's name is Pink Lash still walking around in a crossbody off the ambulance? What almighty. We see a corpse right now. As Pink Lash, the original, receives several of those. Goulash has the Pink Danger in trouble. No! A right hand! Several, and oh man, what matchup do we have right here? Goulash to his feet, and the real one is getting him up for a pile driver. And he's not done. He's not done. That's 2 pile drivers. And oh my goodness, they cut away before we can see the goodies. But Goulash getting pile driven, and dear almighty, more AWF chaos. It's the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Kenneth Killgore versus whoever the general manager got on out here for this match. And I'm intrigued. I can only be but intrigued. And by the way, for those unfamiliar, by when I say the general manager, I mean Seth Rollins and / Becky Lynch. That is who is picking the opponent for Kenneth Killgore. That's going to be a very fun sight to behold, to say least. And I am ready now, as here. You know, again, Killgore has been he's actually a couple of days away from becoming the longest reigning Renegade champion. 2 days exactly. So this is interesting, and whoever walks out has a chance to disrupt all of that. Here it is, chaos. Wait a second. What? What? Oh my God! What? Out of a retirement home! Out of a retirement home! It's John Anthony Felix Cena to face what Hollywood set did Tyler Black pull this old man off of? We don't need another one of them. We already got Tip-tastic, who thinks he's too cool, bougie for school. And now we got the original part-time in Hollywood son of a bitch, Well, The Rock was. How Hogan was too. But the one in my lifetime that counts, Cena, could become Renegade Champion. Earlier tonight, just not 20 minutes ago, Mamba Ant became Renegade Champion, the number one contender for the Renegade Championship. Just what? And oh man. And now a tight lockup. Cena. The crowd chanting, "Let's go Cena," as here now, going to the top turnbuckle, it's Killgore, and oh my goodness, no. Days Almighty. Just a one dear second, folks. We'll be right damn back. Now welcome. Oh. And so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Cena and Kenneth Killgore continue to tussle up on here on this program. Cena with an attitude adjustment already. And then here hooks Killgore up over the shoulders again for another attitude adjustment. The crowd chanting, "Let's go Cena," as it's a thunderous roar through Omaha. Oh, come on now. Cena. Elbow drop. Is this how Killgore's reign ends? After 2 AAs on the side. And an elbow drop. 1, 2, and no! Oh my goodness. I thought Cena was retired. I thought Cena was gone. And still I see him stand facing off against a man that hates him more than he hates taxes in April. John Cena tells Killgore, "You can't see me." It has been over a year since Cena fought in the AWF one-on-one. Cover now and won. He last fought. Oh man! Cena again! Attitude adjustment for the Renegade Championship. 1-0. Imagine this: Cena versus Mamba Ant for the Renegade title. Right now, it's Killgore versus Cena. It's Killgore versus Ant for the Renegade title. But Cena is looking to change that next week. John Cena, the newest member of the AWF. What does the implications have if he does become champion? I mean, damn almighty. There's a thing called admiration. Half the locker room admires Cena. Could they realistically compete against him? And now, it's Cena and Killgore. Alongside in front of me and my translators, they tussle and fall alongside the area. Killgore gets a sidewalk, introduced to his backside, stomps him right there. Kenneth Killgore, John Cena, Omaha, Nevada, not Texas. Killgore. The referee practically begging these gentlemen to get back in the ring. Killgore could give a damn. They are going at it. Cena, not one to try and go against this announce table. Killgore is trying to set him up for something. Count is at 13. The count is at 13. Folks, the count is at 13. The title is on the line. Count is going to 14. And they're on our announce table. Killgore, that's a grown man. That's a human. Pile driver. John Cena. Killgore killing what's left of a man's career. The count is at 16, 17. He's trying to crawl to get back in the ring and does. And he splits the count. What a thunderistic main event. Cena to his feet. Seth Rollins setting Cena up to get thrown. No! Felix fighting back. Kick to the face of Cena. Right hand misses. Oh, nice hook. A lock up. Cena. Nice float over powerbomb. Up he goes. Out the way, right hand. Then a right elbow. A left hook. Killgore. Killgore throwing rights and lefts. That we've now. Oh, this could be it for the Renegade Championship. Thunderous. Attitude adjustment. 1, 2, no. Killgore picked back up by Cena. You're going to see the original now. There he goes. There's 1, 2 shoulder blocks. You're going to see then the duck, clothesline. No, he doesn't duck. Well, Cena ducks. Killgore didn't. Spear! Spear! Spear from Killgore. Cena's in the ring, dead center, and here comes Killer Instinct. Cover now, no. No, Killgore is trying to tap out Cena. That's how you know there's hatred in the air. He is trying to make sure Felix taps, and Cena is able to get out of the hold. Monkey flip. And John Cena walks to the corner. Looking to... What the hell is... No way. No bloody way. That is a hidden... Boom! Oh, he swung! Missed! Right hand! Up high, no power bomb! One arm! One-handed! Cena runs some shoulder blocks into him. The only things between Mo Game's record and Killgore breaking it is John Cena. And right now, Cena runs another shoulder block into Killgore. If Cena wins, it all comes crashing down. But, oh, speak of the devil, that's an air raid crash neck breaker from Killgore. Cena to his feet. And a right hand. A strike exchange going on between these two gentlemen here. AWF Chaos 115 main event from Omaha. We are live now. It's a new month. Happy birthday to the World Heavyweight Champion Ethan Grace, who is watching the folks and competitors rain down rights and left as the Renegade Champion looks to call it in as Cena has come back. Is he going back to the retirement home after a Briscoe DDT? Oh man, and that's a right hand. Another one. Several. Right hands. And a slap. Like he's a damn child from Killgore. Cena back to his feet. Cross body. Cena. Anything that he can do to take over the match, he's going to do it. And that's what he just did. But before he can get another hidden blade, Cena gets a Phoenix, Poison Rana. Kenneth Killgore high up and flips! Corkscrew moonsault 1, 2, and 3 for the win! And still, Kenneth Killgore is our Renegade Champion despite a horrifying shock. John Cena could not get the job done. Lord Almighty. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. This was a fire matchup. This was a great card, and again, if you saw it, could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. We appreciate that. We're going off air. AWF Chaos 115. We'll be back next week with 116. We're on the road to end of days. It's only a couple of months away. I'll see you then. And Cena, you can't see that Renegade title. Bitch!